Hey guys, this is my 3-year on testosterone video, and I wanted to do something a little bit different this time. I didn't want to talk about changes, physical changes personally, or mental changes personally, but I wanted to talk about a different change that happens to us as trans men specifically when we transition. And that's a social change that happens when it comes to our social status because we go from being socially identified as women to being socially identified as men. And I wanted to talk about this because we're all given an opportunity to choose the type of man we are going to be. And obviously, everyone gets this opportunity that's born male. But with us, we have this secret knowledge, so to speak, because we've lived as women and been accepted into private women's places. Some of us for many, many years. And now all of a sudden, we are now accepted into male places. And so we come with a very unique perspective. And in my opinion, not only do we come with a unique perspective, but we come with a unique responsibility. Um, so, what I've noticed since I've transitioned is I'm obviously passable. I never have a problem being accepted into male places without being questioned. And so, all the things that men do when women aren't around and all the things they talk about when women aren't around happen around me all the time. And sometimes, uh, many, many times, honestly, opportunities arise where the things men are talking about are degrading to women, degrading to their wives or their girlfriends, or degrading to a minority of another sort, including transgender people. And in those circumstances, you always have a choice to make. Either go with the pack, which is, we've wanted to fit in with men for so long, so you can either go with the pack or you can stand up for whatever minority is in question. And it's not always an easy decision to make, especially when, well, in my case, I always do my best to stand up for what's right, but I've failed on multiple occasions just because of stupidity. My problems usually happen around when humor's involved. So there'll be people, and everyone will be joking, and some of the shit they say is just so damn funny that before the information even gets to the decency part of your brain, it gets to the humor section, you laugh, and then you're in with the group. I've done it. I always feel bad afterwards. Half the time, most of the time, I pull myself out of it and be like, guys, that's not funny, whatever. But, this is my point. We all have the opportunity to go into these male places and present a new type of man. A man that has been the minority, a man that has been a woman and experienced all the discrimination and sexual harassment and fear and all the other things that come with being a woman that shouldn't come with being a woman. We've experienced those. And now we're in these male places where we can stand up for minorities of any sort. And I'm talking to you white men out there as well, because not only do you now have male privilege, but you also have racial privilege. And there's no reason to not stand up and present a more evolved man. And that's something that I expect of myself. And it's difficult at times, like I said, because, you just want to settle in at some point and be who you feel you are. But the fight's not over for the people that are still visibly a minority. They're still fighting every day. Just because I can get up and look in the mirror and look exactly how I want to look, because I'm very fortunate, doesn't mean that many, many other people aren't out there every day fighting for their rights and fighting to educate people. And just because my battles are mostly over, it doesn't mean I'm done fighting. And I would really hope that all of you other trans men out there just, think about that and take it to heart, because just the fact that we've made it in this journey, I mean, it shows that we are strong people. We are strong men. And now we are strong men right right here with handfuls of male privilege that we can use to our advantage. We can use it to break it down. We can use the privilege we have to do away with the privilege we have. And that is something that is within our power. So, you know, 3 years on testosterone has given me plenty of time to see how things have changed for me now that I present obviously as male. You know, uh, I went from, well, I don't even want to get into it, but things have changed. I'm looked at differently, I'm treated differently, and now I have the opportunity to stand up for people in settings that I never could before. So those are kind of more of just my reflections 3 years on testosterone. Um, I'm really happy to be here. I'm thankful to be here. Um, I'm going to keep making videos as long as everyone is interested. I don't really know what to do when it comes to physical changes. When it comes to talking about them, I feel like everything has pretty much happened, with the exception that I'm finally growing some mustache hair after 3 years, so that's exciting. But along with the mustache hair has come some patches of shoulder hair, which I'm slightly less excited about, but it is what it is. So um, I guess that's all I have to say. It's not super interesting. I don't know, guys. I really encourage you to stand up for what's right in these situations. And I know it's hard. I don't always do it, but we're in a unique position here. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. I'll talk to you all later.